Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, dude? It's the Danny Brown Show coming to y'all live from YMA Studios here in beautiful Austin, Texas. I got the booth boys with me, and I got my booth Croniana. What's up?
What's going on, Danny?
Going on? Fucking Texas, man. South by Southwest. I hate South by Southwest because just traffic. Like, I was stuck 5 minutes away from here for like 15 minutes today. But I got here, so all good. Y'all ain't doing them South by Southwest? Ain't nobody y'all want to go see?
Not really, not this year. I don't know. I might go see some like short films or something. But
Short
that's
Fucking hell, short films. You're not even going to commit to a full one. Do you know what I mean? That's how much you hate South by Southwest.
it's just too much.
Is it short? Do you know the biggest? I've been here for 2 days. The thing, and I'm English, but it's the lanyards, man. You know the people that wear those walking around the hotel.
Oh yeah,
Jesus
they
Christ!
Gotta let you know.
We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can go wherever I want. Fine. Just keep it in your pocket. If that was in England, somebody would steal that.
Oh shit!
I
had that happen.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we got Russell Howard in the house. Make some motherfucking noise.
Sorry. Yeah. Hello.
But yeah, that happened to me in England, in London one time. We were playing. I can't remember what. Maybe Park Life. It was one of those festivals. We was playing a festival, and it was a bunch of those goons, those thugs. And they were hanging about. And they were waiting on like people that was coming out of like the VIP entrance or like those entrances like that. And they was just robbing motherfuckers for their wristbands and shit. And just walking right in. But we were leaving anyway. And one of them tried to pray. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck, nigga? You know what I'm saying? But then my DJ, they was running up on him. He just started taking his shit off. I was like, you a bitch. You let them get you. All right. But
Do you know, I had the most middle class mugging I think I've ever had in London. I was carrying some cupcakes, probably about 16 cupcakes. My friend had just given birth, so I'm sort of carrying these cakes, and this pasty white kid come up to me and went, "Oi, you better give me one of them cupcakes." Right? And I said, "You can't have these cakes. They're for my friend. She's just had a baby." And this kid instantly went, "Oh, I'm sorry. Tell her congratulations." And it stopped instantly, and I kind of managed to walk through.
That is what. See, that's so British right there.
Imagine getting mugged for cupcakes. I was like, what kind of world are we living in?
The baby shower cupcakes as that,
Yeah.
you know.
But I guilted him, and the guilt works. So
Yeah,
maybe
but that
that's
shows
what your
you-
VIP mates could have done.
Yeah, that showed you, because that's how motherfuckers go to jail. You gotta pick your crimes. You gotta know your battles. And he told you. He already knew the karma from that.
Yeah.
It was over. It wasn't gonna be good.
Imagine that. He's in like D-Wing. Someone's like, he stole cakes from a baby. Beating.
So you rep it all the way from the UK, man, all the way in Texas. Is it that much of a crazy like culture shock when you kind of like Texas?
Yeah. Well, just America in general. It's like, there's such a blizzard that hits you, particularly when you're in Austin. It's kind of that, so many homeless people.
Oh,
but so much. And again, it's because we only view America. It must be very frustrating being American, because the only news that makes it out of your country is, Trump and Musk and all that kind of energy. And then you kind of come here, and I haven't seen one MAGA hat. Nobody's pulling Nazi salutes.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going about their business.
Austin is a little different. In Texas, I don't even like Austin. Like, even some people that's been from here forever, they say that like Austin ain't really like Texas. Like that.
Yeah.
You go to a certain place in Texas, I seen the motherfuckers with a nigga was on the corner selling Trump flags, and it was a line up the block. I'm like, God damn, motherfuckers just want the flags?
Yeah. What, in Austin?
Yeah.
Wow. See that? It does.
It was like in Dripping Springs area, but
right.
I was like, damn, this shit crazy. But the funniest part? He was Mexican.
Wow.
A Mexican nigga selling Trump flags.
That's some deep self-loathing. unless all of those flags were dipped in fentanyl.
It was
and he was
crazy.
just trying to kill people.
They was like the big joints too.
Oh,
He had
really?
Confederates, all that. They was up the block to buy flags. I'm like, this shit crazy. I'm like, maybe this is not the right area to live
But
in.
I love it. I find it so interesting. Like, when you sort of talk about a culture shock, it's just, like, we've got weird politicians in the UK, but it like nothing like here. It's just like Boris Johnson, there's obviously that comparison between him and Trump, but so different. So, but you know, Boris has got that kind of sort of energy. He looks like he's survived many Strangle Wanks. But like
Strangle Wanks is insane.
do you know what I mean? But
I know, like David Carradine.
I know, it's sort of yeah. But I often think of those because I'm in a hotel and like a lot of sort of bored rock stars. That's the kind of
No, you're
pinnacle.
going too far, man. You get that.
How are you that confident that you've put the Do Not Disturb sign up? That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? If you're kind of like getting the belt up and you're really going for it.
That's too
Just
crazy.
can you imagine that moment of housekeeping?
I always say, I'd be like, man, I'm a freak. But then when I be hearing shit like that, I'd be like, oh, I ain't that freaky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm a little bit more tame.
But who brings athletics into masturbation? It's just like, just lie back, just lift your shirt up, do your business and continue.
Yeah, man. All right. So you repping, damn, man. I will say, though, for me, I was such a fan of like London music scene out there. Like I was really like, and just I think London and Detroit, they share that whole techno dance culture shit back and forth. So I was able to listen to like a lot of early grime music. Like my whole shit. So I used to listen to like a lot of Dizzee Rascal and like The Streets and Boy You Better Know, all that shit. So I've like knew so much about London slang and London shit.
So the streets are fantastic.
Mike Skinner.
Oh yeah,
That's
fantastic.
my boy. Yeah, I had
yeah.
a chance to meet him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
Mm-hmm.
Dizzee Rascal, I interviewed him. He was on my TV show, and I met him years ago. And it was at some music sort of awards show or something. And we're on the same table. We're kind of just chatting, and then he disappeared before he came on with his tour manager, and he came back sweating, and he did a bit of shadow boxing with his tour manager before he went on stage. This poor guy, imagine that as a job. Like, you know what I mean? He has to literally get a couple of levers. But yeah, it's there's a good music. I don't know what Detroit's like.
But I was saying that to say, like if Dizzee Rascal was like one of my like top 3 favorite artists.
Oh wow!
Like if it wasn't for Dizzee, I wouldn't be a rapper now.
Wow!
Like I told him that. He already know that. But I was saying that because I knew so much about him, and so when I went to London, it wasn't like that much of a culture shock to me. It was almost like I was so surprised at the similarities.
That's interesting. So did you feel like you were walking through some of his albums?
I felt like I lived there before.
Yeah,
like
that's
in a previous life. I did do a 23andMe. It said I was like 2% British.
Oh, okay.
So yes.
Nice. Well, nice to have you on board. What percent of it do you think? The eyes,
like
the ears, the nose? What are we dealing with?
No, I would say it has to probably in my morals.
Oh, okay. The morals.
Yeah.
What a lovely way.
But I will say,
hello, excuse me, madam, I'm morally British. I don't know what that means.
Morally British.
Yeah.
That's supply shit right
quite
there.
nice,
That's
isn't it?
supply shit to have in your DNA.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So yeah, I was really just so like it was so many. But I would say this is probably the way it looked because Detroit is a gray ass place.
Yeah, I went to Detroit on the last tour, and it felt like Gotham with no Batman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It was.
I live downtown, so it definitely looks like Gotham.
But the gig was amazing, and I often find that you probably find that as well with like sort of music in places that aren't particularly salubrious. The energy in a room.
It was the opposite for me for a long time, but recently it has been like that.
In what
I would get more traffic in the bigger cities like the New York and LA, and then when I go to like smaller places it wouldn't happen like that. But recently it's kind of been like reversing. Like I go to smaller places and it's crazy, and I go to the bigger city, they're like, nigga, you've been here 20 times. What the fuck, you know?
But and it's sort of that thing of if you've made the effort to go somewhere and you bring all of you, including your 2% newfound British moral, it's sort of, but you make those kind of little gigs, and that sounds condescending, but you know what I mean, those kind of, when you really do a big show in a place where they're not used to a big show, they can go off. They're wild. I love those gigs.
No, my last tour, the craziest place I played, I mean, well, craziest, but like one of the most surprising, like it was Warsaw, Poland.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they went nuts.
Yeah,
like,
man.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I've just got back I did a gig in Slovenia, right? Have you been?
No.
Right, it's so weird. So I did this, we did 2 shows in this kind of little sort of theatre, like a 500-seater theatre, and this lady rocks up and she goes, "Hello, I'd like to interview you for the news." I said, "Okay." So I said, "Okay, what's the news?" And she went, "You are the news." So the lead on the news was the fact that an English comedian was doing a gig. Honestly, but they were listening to me in their second language. You're in the middle of Europe, and they're kind of like concentrating. It was incredible. We did 2 shows in Slovenia.
Oh,
The
man.
YouTube and Netflix has made the world so
Slovenia.
small. There it is, man. Yeah, I would thoroughly recommend it. It's beautiful.
I've been to Croatia.
I've not been, but it's meant to
But
be
no,
great.
I have been to Slovenia.
I bet you Croatian gigs are amazing, eh?
I was there for a festival, and it was like some beach shit. So
Yeah.
I can, but it was beautiful.
Yeah,
like
man.
the women there were like, goddamn. All right, we'll jump into some of these Ask Danny's. You can always hit me up at Danny at the Danny Brown Show. That's Danny at the DannyBrownShow.com. First up, we got Mexican Adjustment.
Ask Danny.
Yo, Danny, man, I moved to Mexico City a year and a half ago for a job opportunity. At first, I was loving it, but lately I've been really missing home, especially my friends. I made some new ones here, kept myself busy, and work's been going great, but there's still some emptiness I can't shake. Also, I've been going on a bunch of dates with Latin shorties, and bro, they crazy as hell. But I've been getting my reps in real comfort. Man, this ain't just happening with these shorties. You got any advice? How was your adjustment to Texas? Can't wait for the new album. I hope you come to Mexico City someday. Shouts out to the Booth Boys, Luis. I love Mexico City. Mexico City was actually dope. I had a great time in Mexico City, but I don't know. Think for me, I moved here and I got my girl and shit, so I wasn't running around doing shit. I was pretty much, I moved here. I wasn't trying to do shit really. So I think, I don't know. Sounds like you young, you trying to, be a little more social.
But I love that. But he's looking to you like an agony uncle.
Mm-hmm. That's what I am, a monk.
Yeah.
I'm almost 45 now. So
what was he was
44.
saying,
Goddamn, I'm losing age.
so what? But I don't. So what does he want to know? What's the advice he wants?
He's just saying, man, how was it adjusting moving into a new place, and how would you deal with the dating scene? I guess
With the date, see, I can't help him on that.
especially when it's like that much of a culture shock. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Niggas, we
having said
washed
that-
up. We out the game.
But this is it, and you and me are a similar age, so at least he's got like apps. Because
Mhm,
when we were young,
That shit
you
wasn't
just
going down.
you just had to linger. Do you know what I mean? And just kind of meet people at bars and that whole world now. Can you imagine that when we were kids, where you could literally scroll?
I wouldn't be here right now. So thank God we didn't have that as kids.
Absolutely, man.
I definitely would have fucking got sex trafficked or something. All right.
What an ending! But it would have been a good album.
I mean, I never would have made music. They would have had me as a teen. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Getting groomed. Look, getting groomed. Yo, Danny, in my late 20s, and lately I've been starting to feel like my neighbor, who's a bit older than me, might be trying to groom me. At first, I didn't really notice. How can you be in your late 20s getting groomed?
You know, I really want to know.
But now it's kind of clear.
Yeah.
He does. He does nice things like giving me groceries, giving me free concert tickets, and giving me free weed. And I'm not gonna lie, it feels good to have those perks, but I'm starting to wonder if there's an underlying agenda here. I'm not sure if I'm overthinking it or should I be concerned. What should I do? Just enjoy the perks or start seeing some boundaries and distance myself. Jay. So this is a female,
Oh, okay.
right? It doesn't say
It's not clear.
gender. So I'm gonna accept that it's a female. You a sugar baby. This is what's happening. You're not getting groomed. You're a sugar baby.
Yeah.
Old man just wants some attention, and that's all it is.
But I think that's, again, if that was me, I'm putting myself in his shoes, and there was a woman who was buying my my groceries and giving me drugs, I'd kind of be happy with that.
Yeah,
but that
that's what
says a
I'm
lot about the male.
Don't miss out on your blessings. But it's almost, you got to look at it like prison in that sense. Like when a motherfucker leave a Snickers on your bed, you know what that means. You eat that Snickers, you got to come up with some booty. So this nigga giving you groceries, he giving you weed, he leaving the Snickers on your bed, and you been eating the Snickers. So you owe cuz some booty. And that's
Did
just
you ever
bottom
take
line.
money from the Tooth Fairy, or you were like, fuck that shit?
Did I take money from the Tooth Fairy?
That's it. I'm sort of seeing
Oh.
the similar logic.
Yeah.
I've never been to prison, but yeah, I kind of now.
Yeah, he just left the Snickers on your bed.
Yeah,
So-
right. And that's not like, that's an actual Snickers. That's not a shit. That's not a
No,
metaphor.
no, actually,
Fine.
a candy bar.
A candy
nigga
bar.
leave a piece of candy or a pastry.
Yeah, a pastry.
You like, damn.
Jesus. So it's French prison.
I came back to my, a French prison. Ooh, wee.
yeah, man.
I did came back to my bunk, and someone left a delicious pastry.
But it's that it's that interesting thing though, that like if you were getting free groceries for a year, let's say, and you were kind of getting drugs for a year.
If the old bitch buy me shit, she ain't got to worry. I'm gonna eat the pussy off rip.
Wow. Okay.
She bought me some weed. That was the trick to my heart. Like, oh my God, bust it open. All right, next up we got Rich X. Dear Danny, I'm in a relationship with this girl and I love her and I adore her, but at the same time, she's rarely here. I've been talking to my ex and my girlfriend says she doesn't mind me seeing other people because we barely see each other, but my ex is not a good person. I'm kind of goading her right now because she's a rich white girl and I like money, but it's also concerning because she keeps telling me we're going to get married and have kids and we're 18. And she told me if I break up with her, she won't know what to do with her life because I'm so perfect in her eyes. I don't know what to do because I tell my girlfriend she probably rightfully leave me, but if I leave the rich girl, she might hurt herself. Shouts out to A9. Nigga, you're 18. What the fuck is going on? This is Dawson Creek shit.
They're deep questions.
This is Dawson Creek shit. Not for me. This whole situation is, nigga, you're 18. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
And also, that's how everyone talks when you're a kid. You know what I mean? It's like when you're 18, it's like that Morrissey song, isn't it? If a double-decker bus killed both of us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. You can't write that unless you're young. Mm-hmm. Because when you're older, you know what I mean? Like teenage love, it's like, if a bus killed us now, it's you and me forever and we die and there's perfection to it. When you're older, you're like, well, hopefully the bus will just kill you. Yeah. And I'll be fine.
All right, next up we got music guests. Danny, how is it talking to music guests on the pod or that are in different music genres or just meeting them in general? What do you like learning from them? Well, my number one thing I really like learning from other musicians is their process and how they go about making music. Because that's the number one thing that I think attracts me to music that I like. When I hear some shit and I'm like, how the fuck did you make this? Like when I hear some shit, I can kind of know how you did it. It's like, it's not really that impressive to me. So I really like whatever. So I think that's the main thing. I love hearing people process and how they, make music. So I guess that's the only thing for the most part.
What turned you on most about music? Are you a lyrics guy or do you like...
I'm a lyrics guy.
Yeah, because it's really interesting. My tour manager used to be like a roadie and he tour managed lots of sort of bands in the noughties in the UK, kind of like Kasabian, Razorlight, kind of indie music. And he is very interesting. He hears the music. He doesn't hear the kind of lyrics. So we were listening to that, DNA by Kendrick Lamar, when he goes, this is my heritage, all I'm inheriting, money, the power, the making, the marriages. And I heard that. I listened to the lyrics, but he heard underneath it, it's 1, 2, 3. And it's so interesting. I always find that really fascinating. When I talk to musicians, you're like, how do you not see the lyrics first? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, the beat is what's going to drive you in first. If the beat is not good, then obviously it don't matter what you're kind of saying in some sense. So you still need that. But I'm not paying attention to that first. I got to hear what you say first. And then, because it could be times I listen to a song, I just listen to the beat. But that's when I already understood the lyrics.
Yeah, you know? Well, that's what I mean. It's secondary.
Yeah.
You kind of go, okay.
And you be like, damn, this beat is really crazy. I didn't even know
this. Yeah.
I didn't even notice all the intricacies and the shit. Like, damn, all the effects and all that. Yeah. So this shit, and I think that's a deep layer of like when you just start digging deep. Oh, did you do any fucking raving in the 90s? I didn't. In the UK.
I didn't. I went to a rave in Sweden with a friend of mine called Adil Faki. And it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. But I never really in the UK. A lot of my cousins did. Lots of illegal raves. Yeah. Glastonbury. But I was doing stand-up comedy from very young. So So when I was 18, I was kind of 18, 20, around then I was doing Glastonbury. So I would like MC the
dope. The tent. Yeah, I just played Glastonbury last year.
Yeah, it's great fun.
Yeah, I've been there. It's like my...
Well, that's my part of the world. That's where I'm from.
Oh, yeah. Is it
so
second or third time, maybe?
Yeah, it's great. So a lot of my cousins and my family are from that. What you used to be able to sneak into the festival.
Oh, so you mean like literally from around that area? Which is like farm. It's like a farmy area, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's like very sort of rural and a lot of, they all speak like that. It's kind of got that kind of
goats and shit walking around.
There's goats. Yeah. Do you know what's really interesting? When you spend time in Glastonbury away from the festival, because those are the people that stayed. So there's a real kind of hippie, mad energy. Do you know what I mean? People making handbags out of pubes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like dragon tattoos.
We just seen a lot of fucking pubes this past day.
Yeah.
Like, got the fuck. Oh, yeah, I think Damon Albarn told me he lived not too far from there, too.
Yeah, he's not very far. He'll be down the road. I think he's in Cornwall, which is kind of further down. Yeah.
That's my boy. Shouts out to Damon. All right, we're going to jump into some of these weird web videos.
That's some weird shit from the web.
Oh, nice. Wow,
That's just the spirit, man. Prevailed him, man.
That's the creature that lives inside the mind of Kim Jong-un, isn't it? That was phenomenal.
I just watched a fucking documentary about Kim Jong-un's sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know she was crazy like that.
The lesser spotted.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Is it Kim too? I don't know, but
yeah.
I was doing it while I was picking out.
So who is this guy?
It seems like this is some religious activity.
Yes, so it has that vibe.
So yeah, he's in there. I mean, the Holy Ghost, the Spirit. Have you ever seen that? The motherfuckers get the Holy Ghost.
No,
I used to hate that. Like, I earlier years I was going to black church, and then we switched and we started going to Filipino church. But yeah, I always thought that was a bit performative.
That's interesting because I was always deeply envious of it because. I mean, I'm English, so we're not religious. We kind of,
Really?
Oh, mate, we gave that up a long time ago. But people follow podcasts in England now. but I always used to kind of, you'd sort of grow up on that kind of sort of gospel energy and the kind of the way that you would see black churches, and it looked fantastic because England churches are very much, there was a God and he's now dead.
It's just too long.
Yeah,
if it was 30 minutes, that's all. Because it's like a show. It's a set. Like, give me an hour, 30 minutes, I'm good. But 3 hours, man, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty.
When I got out of rehab, I was like, I'm going to join a church. Because I was going to church and rehab, and I was having a great time. But it didn't work out. All right.
Oh, hello.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
See, y'all know I be always saying I be liking bitches like this, but this... This real for real? Hold up.
Wow.
I actually thought about this today. That's
Okay.
crazy. I was like, could I? And I'm like, like you be with somebody like that. Like, would that bother you? Like, it wouldn't bother me.
It would be worrying though. Like if you lived in LA and you left her in the garden, I mean that could cause a wildfire.
But I don't know what this is like. I love the lips though.
Yeah. They look. I don't know though. I'm not a massive. Listen, you do you, whatever you want to do, but they don't look comfortable to eat food with, which is the main
part?
job of lips.
I bet you, like, she got all these lips, and I bet you the head is trash. That's the crazy part about it.
It must be painful because it screams like
you're gonna be getting that lazy head. Like, man, I could just jack off.
Sounds like
man.
a beard, doesn't it? Lazy head. But that looks like a really pregnant monkey's asshole, doesn't it?
Her face hurt. Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
I'll grab those fucking jawbones. All right, let's go to the next. Handlebars.
You're in the jungle, baby.
She drunk as fuck. I know this species because I'm from Michigan. Yeah, that's one of them bitches that she be drunk fighting in the bar and shit.
Yeah.
Getting into it with the bouncers and shit. Like, that's her. They got to put her out and she be arguing and shit. That's just alcoholism. As a former I'm an alcoholic. It's a fucking alcoholic, man.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the Midwest. Shouts out.
But what's interesting, so like,
welcome to the jungle, baby. She loves Guns N' Roses.
but she's doing a lot of makeup as well.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can sort of see. So she got the makeup there, and that's a lot of makeup. So she looks like she could be a makeup artist.
It almost seemed like it was like a wrestling promo too. That's what I think. That's why I kind of fuck with her.
Yeah.
It's like she cutting the promo, and that was the ending part. She like telling her opponent like, "Welcome to the jungle, baby." All right, drug ass bitch. Her kids was in the house, like mom in the bathroom making TikToks, drunk as hell. That's a Saturday night in fucking Wisconsin.
I quite like that. Like it's the audacity. Do you know what I mean? To kind of go, I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's like it's so that looks like it's about to become an advert for a local car dealership. Do you know what I mean?
I just know what type of motherfucker this is, man. Like, you be wondering why he got divorced. And it's like, look what type of nigga you is, man.
Yeah.
Like, the kids don't like you no more. Like, look what dad be doing on TikTok, man.
Yeah.
Like, you just embarrassing the family, man.
But imagine as well if there was sort of a bear in the background,
Fuck him up.
just looking and going, look what my dinner's doing to us.
He probably would be like, man, I'm good. That's too zesty.
Too zesty.
It's too zesty.
Do you think they have a sort of It's
you
kind
could
of.
see it. Like, man, bears don't eat gay people.
You don't think so?
I ain't never heard of that.
What, like the bear's gonna go? Ha, ha, ha. No,
Bears-
he's part of a minority.
They
Hold
know
back.
it. They only want high testosterone.
I read there was a thing. I was in Canada and I was sort of chatting about bears at this gig, and apparently there's an approach to different types of bears. Do you know this?
What do you mean?
So apparently if it's black, shout back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night. Which must be, I was sort of thinking, if you were super liberal and you're like, I don't see colour, you're dead. But apparently that's what you're meant to do. So
Damn, I'm gonna have to take that. I'm gonna have to remember that one, man.
well, it's
Okay.
but you know what I mean? It's like if like a shark comes close, you're meant to punch it in the nose, as if you do any of that
No,
shit.
you ain't gonna. No, fuck no. I'm gonna just take it. You know, like I'm gonna just bitch up. All right, next up. I'm fighting back no bear.
Come on, everybody. What is starting?
Huh? Oh man, what are we doing?
You remember that thing, Rick rolling?
Yeah.
This is dick rolling. Like, do you know what I mean? We were enjoying a video about a firework, and then suddenly we're watching a monkey beat off.
Yeah.
It was just kind of why was that? That's the kind of message you get sent from your friends on a WhatsApp group when you're queuing up in the bank. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, oh, that looks fine. Oh, there you go. I've had my account cancelled.
I don't know what to think about I know this is like, you know, taking your kids to the zoo and type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
That's what it's like when you take your kids to the zoo in Baltimore. All the monkeys jacking off.
Yeah.
Throwing shit at you. You know what I'm saying?
But that's always the highlight when you're a kid, isn't it? It's fantastic. It's the teachers that get upset, but the kids are like, oh, this is the best day ever.
Man,
There's a
monkeys.
phenomenal video, isn't there, of like, I think it's a monkey and he flings his shit and it sort of lands on her grandmother's face. And it kind of, she just turns to the camera with a look of, why? It's awful. But if you were a child, it'd be the best moment
Well,
of your
I
life.
understand them. These niggas in prison. They like, what the fuck? Yeah. That's the same way actually humans act when they in fucking prison. They fucking jack off at the cell, at the guards. They
But
throw shit at you.
The reason that monkey's doing that is because another monkey gave him a Snickers bar.
They got Glock dookies. Yeah.
And he forced him. Oh, hello. Here we go. There you are, monkey. This is the one.
Monkey throws poop at grandma.
So they're all having fun. Little do they know what's about to happen.
Yeah, bitch. That's what you get. I fucks with him. That's what she get. Oh man. I'm never going back to the zoo again. Something like that happened to me. I'm just never going back to the zoo ever again. Like that has to be traumatizing for real, man.
Of course
I told
it
you,
does.
nothing scares me. Fuck the Glock dookie. Like she got hit with the Glock sticky bomb. Like fuck straight to the face.
She can never watch a David Attenborough documentary again.
Like man, and you fuck around and got sick or something.
And also, it's given her a sort of like a turdy witch nose, hasn't it? Because it hasn't just landed, it's kind of landed with a perfect curve.
You know this old lady, her fucking immune system ain't high as it should be. That fucking shit, she had fucking COVID for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? That shit, that fuck around killed grandma. Imagine monkey.
If it doesn't kill her, it'll definitely make her stronger.
Oh yeah, she made it to 100 after
yeah,
that.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can make it to 100. Fucking be 80, a monkey hit you in the face with some shit. Like, yeah, I'm making it to 100 after this. How did I live 80 years for a monkey to hit me with shit
What was
in the
my
face?
secret?
Like, yeah, like I'd rather die at 60 than get hit with shit in the face by a monkey at 80.
Yeah.
All right. That's it, man. Goddamn monkey jacking off doing shit. What are we doing? Oh, yeah.
This is a
I don't know what the fuck is going on. That was...
Flinging fails.
I love pottery and shit, though.
I've never done it. Is it fun?
I wouldn't say it's fun. I just seen that movie Ghost.
Right.
And I always just loved that scene.
Yeah. Does it? What it makes you?
Oh,
want,
grandma.
it makes you want to have a moment like that. There she is. Is that the same grandmother? Is that the woman that just had the shit thrown at her? She's done all right. Well, to be honest, like those are 2 photos of her that you never thought you'd see.
Yeah, what if the shit just hit her and just made her delusional and now she fucking freaky and shit?
She looks all right though, to be honest. And she, you know, she's what you can see. There's a Zimmer frame just out of action.
I could just smell it for some reason.
Yeah.
I just know it's been gay. Like
I think she's having a terrific time.
it just smell like ointments.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. There's definitely, but whatever's in those ointments, it's making it very spry.
Old people got that smell. It's the old people. All right, man. Next up. Oh man, this ain't making fun of. She got a condition. I'm just saying, more props to her, man.
Yeah,
to be able to
amen.
still fucking move on in life, making rice for the kids. Shouts out.
Exactly, but that's the majesty of mothers. Do you know what I mean? Always putting their kids first.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna stop no matter what. Because if I had this condition, I ain't doing what. I'll be, man. All right, man. What? I don't understand. Like, mama need to sit down somewhere. Like, who?
Yeah.
Like, what? Oh, this is fucked up, man. All right, man. I'm traumatized now at this point. We done seen, this is crazy, man. How do you, oh man, like every week. And this is the crazy part because I haven't been on any social medias. I've been on a media break, so I've been on social media. No, I just been watching basketball because that's the only thing I had to have something,
Right.
which has been great. Cause I feel like the season has took a turn,
What's
this
been
month.
happening?
Because everybody's fighting for playoff position.
Right.
And I think that's the most. So everybody's playing hard. It's almost like harder than what they would play in the playoffs. And which kind of makes sense because playoffs is a lot more strategic shit.
Do you have like fantasy leagues here?
No, yeah. I mean, like a couple homies, we used to do fantasy leagues and shit like that. But then I think everybody got out the fantasy league shit because of all the sports betting shit now.
Right.
So I think people more focus on that right now.
Do you put a bet on?
I used to. I've recently stopped.
It's hard, man, isn't it? It's the problem is if you get into it, it just takes over.
For me, it wasn't really. I don't think it was that hard for me to stop. I wasn't that focused. I feel like it's something you have to be. It got to be like a hobby.
Right.
That's like your hobby. Like you got to be on it 24/7 kind of. And I just kind of fell out of it because I was just doing other shit. And then I was like, I'm gonna get back into it. And it was like I just don't even feel like doing all this.
Are you into football, like English soccer?
I'm a gunner.
You're a gunner. You're an Arsenal fan,
Yeah,
right?
I just
Nice.
went last year.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favourite player?
I don't know no players this year. I ain't even gonna lie.
Odegaard. Odegaard. Shit, yeah.
I don't even know no players, man.
I played for the Arsenal veterans in a sort of a charity game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty cool.
But yeah, I've recently been going more out here following more MLS shit because they got the Austin FC.
Yeah.
And I love their fucking stadium. I've been to a lot. I'm actually they starting a tournament now, so I'm gonna go to one of those games.
Excellent. Yeah. Doesn't McConaughey run? Yeah, he runs it or something, doesn't he? Yeah.
So that's how I fell off from watching Premier League because I've been following MLS.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I felt I've never been in a city that had their own team.
Yeah.
Like Detroit, we got a team, but they not in MLS. They like in a tier or two below.
But they're quite a good team, though, aren't they?
Detroit FC.
And I think they're kind of like owned by the locals. So
Yeah.
It's kind
dope.
of
They got their own. It actually feels like some,
like an
because they
English
got
team.
their own pubs and all that kind of shit,
Yeah.
and they got their own chants and all that. So it
Yeah.
is dope. But I hear the Austin games, they are dope as fuck. Because,
they look good.
They got. I would say because it's coming from more of a Texas, like close to Mexico, so it's a lot of like Mexican fan base with it, and they huge soccer and football fans as well too. So it's a whole different culture with them. So they got the fucking flares, the fucking water and shit, throwing beers and shit.
I interviewed McConaughey on my TV show, and his wife is Brazilian. So and I gave him a book. Do you know about Garrincha?
Mm-mm.
Oh, mate, you'd love him. So the most famous kind of Brazilian footballer ever is Pelé.
Yeah.
But Brazilians love a guy called Garrincha. He played in like the 60s. He was born with one leg shorter than the other, and they said he would never be able to walk. And he became one of the best footballers ever because his gait, there he is, his gait was different. So defenders could never tell what he was going to do. He was an incredible footballer. Really fascinating bloke. There he is, the boy.
But yeah, I was always like really fascinated with like the whole culture, like hooligans and shit like that.
Yeah, well, it's really funny because whenever I go to American sport, I've been to a New York Knicks game, I went to a baseball game, and I went to an American football. So it's very quiet.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, because we got gangbangers here, which they have over there too. But I look at the hooligans as like some gang, but it's like, and it's traditional too. So that's what's crazy. But I love the fashion shit, the Stone Island, and all
Yeah, it's
that
weird,
shit.
eh? And like we had loads of films about it in the 90s, and it's kind of
I seen a few of them. I can't remember the names of them. but
Danny
I've seen a few of
Dyer
them.
and all that.
Yeah,
like the Football Factory.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's all silly.
I told you, I like, man, like UK culture, like one of my favorite TV shows is fucking People Just Do Nothing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like my whole shit. I love Shots Out the Grinder and all them. They was actually with fucking. I was hanging out with them in Glastonbury last year.
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
went. Inside Room Number 9. That's like one of my favorite shows.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. But that's what the world is so small though, eh? It's like that, like sort of YouTube, Netflix.
Like I have the BBC. Like I pay for BBC subscription.
Yeah.
Like even in my car, that's what I'm listening to. Radio 1, all that shit, man. Like I
Really?
literally live like I'm in London.
Wow.
Have
Have you ever thought about spending time like a?
I did.
Like,
I'm signed my record label. I'm signed to Warp Records, so I
Right.
have to go out there for them all the time.
have you ever recorded an album in England?
Not an album, but I've recorded.
Right. Yeah. Whereabouts?
Red Bull Studios.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I worked on Atrocity Exhibition, some out there. But no, I would love to go. There was a point in time in my life where I wanted to move there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've like sort of similar thing where whenever I'm doing comedy in this country, I sort of think it'd be really interesting to build a set from the ground up here.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind
because
of-
I guess it is a different.
it's a completely different world. It's same but different.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? And you kind of, I don't know if you find this, but whenever I'm in foreign countries, it almost feels like your power of observation is a little bit stronger because
Definitely.
your brain is just going, oh, we don't have that at home.
Oh, you're
And-
right.
And all you're doing is noticing these kind of little differences, and then you become this kind of alien that can see things that other
You
people
kind of blew my
can't.
mind with that. That makes so much fucking sense. So I guess you saying like you just built up a set in fucking America. Who knows? That might be the craziest shit you come up with.
Because you just go, oh wow.
Because there's so much you can pull off. Because you've been like, if you've been in the UK all your life, you done used all the resources there. Kind of, you look at it like in a video game, since you done
Yeah.
crafted all your shit there.
Well, this is it.
So now it's like going to find some new land, to find some new minerals and shit.
But that's exactly. You're looking for like fertile ground. It's
Yeah.
like I was in Amsterdam recently, and everywhere you go in Amsterdam, they're people riding bikes, and they have.
I got hit by one of the motherfucking bikes in Amsterdam.
They're crazy. Like it's like crossing
Like
the
you'll
road.
see a fucking 50-year-old lady wearing heels,
Yeah.
riding a bike in the rain. Like, bitch, if you don't get your ass in the house.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like, look at all that. It's insane.
Yeah.
But they have little baskets, and they have dogs in the baskets with no seatbelt on. So there must be so many dogs that are flying through the air.
I done seen it, man.
But it is that thing. There's something about travel that you learn so much about your culture as well, I think, and how strange your part of the world is in comparison to other.
It made me know we was fucked up, kind of.
Yeah.
Like when I first I think the biggest culture shock for me was going to Africa. Like when I went to Africa and seen, like we went to fucking we were in Soweto. Like we went to like the hoods and shit, and just seeing I was like, man, we so fucking blessed in America. We like the fucking spoiled brats of like the fucking world. Like look at these, and these motherfuckers is happy. That was the thing. I'm like, they it's like fucking full families living in sheds, no bathroom, nothing. And these motherfuckers are happy, smiles on their face, everything. And we be in the fucking hood and we fucking complaining because we can't get a handout or,
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I went to Liberia for comic relief.
Yep, that's just how it looked. That shit was
man.
crazy.
Yeah, well, we had a similar thing. I went to Liberia for comic relief for like a charity thing. And we went to this kind of village and I took loads of pens, loads of footballs, English footballs, and loads of cans of Fanta, like fizzy orange drink. And I was just kind of like just dishing them out to the kids. It's real like white savior shit, but I felt great. And then I had to do this video where I was walking around because they were trying to get money for this charity, and it was going to be that kind of there is no hope here. That kind of thing. But in the background, the kids were just going fucking crazy because I'd given them Fanta.
Yeah,
So
they ain't never had no Fanta before.
Yeah.
They just
So,
drinking-
but it was this beautiful experience of
that shit probably gave them diabetic shocks.
Well,
man.
yeah, I know.
But I will say the UK sodas, y'all don't got the high fructose corn syrup in it, so that is a good thing.
Yeah, you got some that's an interesting thing with like Elon Musk cutting food safety standards in this country. I mean, if
There's
anything,
so much shit that y'all like they won't allow that shit. We be like, man, we be eating this shit all the time. Like that shit is banned in the UK.
mate,
like,
it's crazy. Yeah.
I know.
But it's like when you go to other countries and they're like, no, we don't sell Red Bull.
I feel like that shit is like some type of terrorist attack in some sense,
Mate,
man.
the chicken in this country is built like a fucking MMA wrestler. It's
I mean,
absolutely.
I'm obviously I'm black, so I love me some chicken. But it's hard for me not to think
There's
when I
some-
eat
yeah.
fucking a 20-piece wings, and I think to myself, man, a chicken only got 2 wings.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me I just ate 10 different chickens? And not only me, This nigga ate 10 pieces. How many chickens we got? So ain't no chickens. And then I see some shit the other day. They talking about only 4 states just now banned lab meat. So you telling me niggas been off the lab meat all this time?
Yeah, it's wild, man. That's the
And we wondering why we fucking transitioning.
Well, here's the
We
interesting.
eating this
But you-
chicken.
but you know
eat
the
this
water.
chicken. You just transitioned
The water's
against
the
your will.
craziest. You know the water. It's like 95% of American drinking water has arsenic, lead, and uranium in it.
Oh man,
But you know, there's other things to worry about. Evidently.
bless the world. All right, we get ready to get up out of here. Love y'all, motherfuckers. We'll spin the wheel one time.
Right, spinning it. What we got?
Crocs.
Crocs.
Crocs. It was a thing that Crocs. Obviously, man. Crocs was like when they first hit the scene.
Yeah.
They were like they were the most ugliest shit in the world. It was like I just really looked down on them, and I really, if you wore Crocs, I really judged you, and I looked down on you. And then recently, Crocs, I really feel like Crocs have probably hired a whole new team, because you got to think some kids wore Crocs against their will as kids, so they didn't even know Crocs was like a terrible bad thing. They always thought Crocs was cool, and then now these kids have grown up, and they probably are the ones that are working in the marketing staff and doing all the things for Crocs, because Crocs have done some great collaborations in the past few years. I've actually had me a few pair of Crocs, and they are one of the most comfortable shoes you can possibly get. Now, I will say, if you see one of those young black teens, males, wearing a pair of Crocs, and he got that afro that's kind of a little nappy, and they be wearing them poo shiesties, they have guns. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, so-
They'll shoot you in Crocs now, which is crazy to me. But he's shot by a motherfucker wearing some Crocs now, man. It's like, you got to just...
Yeah, they used to be called jelly shoes in the UK. Do you remember
I remember
those?
the jellies.
Yeah.
I fucks with jellies. I used to, like,
But
the
that's
girls
what-
used to wear the jellies.
But I think it's that thing of like you've just with like particularly.
Jellies a little more fashionable than Crocs.
But you
to be
see
honest.
those kind of watermelon Crocs
the
there.
Jolly Rancher edition.
You've got to wear those with confidence. Like, I mean, it says they're for kids.
I got some platform Crocs.
Yeah, but you feel like you've got the ability to wear them.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
actually, the platform, I wore them once, and I was like, I think I walked to the mailbox in them, and I was like, oh, hell no.
Well, here's a question for you.
Kind of like the Balenciaga ones, the ones that was up there.
Do
I
you-
was like, oh, hell no, I ain't about to do this. Yeah, the black ones, the 1200 ones.
Oh yeah. So
I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not about to wear
oh
these.
my god, yeah. That looks like
So now, yeah, they
Fucking
just sitting
j-
in the closet looking dumb.
that looks like jail for your feet,
No.
doesn't it? It's kind of got a really not for me. But do you have items of clothes that you just can't? You haven't got the courage to wear yet, but you bought them and they look fantastic, and then you try them on at home and you're like, not yet,
No, it's just because of my weight.
because your weight.
Yeah. So like you buy like certain shirts and shit, and you be like, I ain't ready yet. So it's just about when I get to that size, I'll be able to wear it. So that gives you like some motivation to get down to that right weight to be able to wear that shirt.
But you look like you're in good nick. What?
Just now.
Oh, I see.
It's just been on. I just started cutting in
you-
December.
Are you a fluctuator?
Yeah. But I was a crazy drinker, so I had the belly.
Right.
You know, I was on drugs for
What?
over 10 years. So,
So when did you stop?
but doing drugs?
Yeah.
2 years sober.
Oh,
Next
wow.
month.
Yeah. And here's a question: did you? Because a lot of my friends that have had sort of drink and drug issues in the past, did you get into fitness? Because a lot of them replaced it with fitness. Like,
No, not off rip. I just recently it started just for me. I've started having really bad lower back pain.
Oh, right.
That's really how it started.
Right.
And then it just was like, and I just started doing homework about it. And it was like, you just gotta you gotta work out. You have a weak ass lower back and you got a big ass belly.
Yeah.
So there you go.
It's that thing. What's the one you do? Not yoga. What's the other one? Pilates.
Pilates, yeah.
Yeah. Have you given that a whirl?
Nah, I just been doing like, cause like I said, it's been a lower back thing. So it was all about like learning how to deadlift and doing
Yeah.
squats and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Now I just do farmer walks.
And do you go to a gym, or have you got your own gym?
I go to a gym, but I haven't been in 2 weeks.
It's so funny, isn't it? When that first time you go to a gym and you notice just the fear you feel when you go in and you don't know how.
Actually, I got kind of lucky because my gym was empty as hell.
Oh, that's how you need it.
Yeah, I was just like, ain't nobody never there.
But when if you go to a gym and you've never been before and it's busy, I'm not sure there's a worse place to walk in.
Really?
Do you know what I mean? Because the only thing you know is the running. That's it. Everything else, it's a fucking guess.
All right, we get up out of here, man. All right.
I really enjoyed that. Nice
yeah,
to meet you,
likewise, man. Thank you so much for coming through, man. It's all right, we get up out of here. Love y'all, motherfuckers. See y'all same time, same channel. Peace.